Melissa here at Agrestic Acres. I'm doing a video to play catch up. We've been really busy for the past few weeks. We haven't done any videos. So I'm going to play a quick catch up with you here. First things first, we have a new addition. This is Carol. She's coming over to me right now. She's a super friendly chick that we got about a week ago. One of our really good friends had a death in the family, and he had gotten several chickens. She was one of them, and the other ones didn't make it, so it's just her. She's about 2 months old, and they thought that she was an Easter egger, but as you can see from her coloring, she doesn't look like any Easter egger that I've seen. I think she's probably a golden comet or something like that. She looks like a hen so far, so we're excited about that. She's super docile, super sweet. She was pretty much hand-raised because she was the only one that survived. But she looks really great so far. So I have her over here with the Silkies. She was way overwhelmed in with the big chickens, even though she's not, she's fully feathered, she's not too tiny. I wanted to keep her over here so she could get used to everything, and then probably in maybe a few weeks or a month I'll put her over with the big chickens. It was actually her first time out of the brooder and everything. She was still in the brooder when we got her. She hadn't been outside, so this is a good adjustment for her. So there's sweet Carol. And the chickens are doing great. All the ones that we got in the spring, they are basically as big as the other ones almost. Not quite as filled out. So Welsum are right there in the middle. But they're about the same size. All the ones over there on the fence line are newer ones. And in the back, you can see our baby chicks. They kind of been hanging together. So if you remember, we had 6 that successfully hatched. And unfortunately, after that, we had an incident where 2 of them got out and did not make it. So now we have 4. So we have the 2 here in the back, you can see. I believe one's an olive egger. We've named that one Olive for now. And the other one, I believe, they're following their mom right there. The other one, I believe, is a Orpington Moran mix. So they're doing great. Those ones are 4 weeks old, and the ones that you can see near the rooster there are 3 weeks old. And those 2, I have not identified the breeds exactly because we had 3. I knew it hatched, but then we lost 1, so we're still kind of figuring that out. But one of those ones is definitely a rooster. It looks a lot like a rooster already. Hi. Yes. So they're all doing great. The chicks are doing great. In the last week, both of the moms have kind of stopped doing their mothering duties. You can see Annie over here in the middle. About a week ago, she started leaving them alone and sleeping up in the roost at night, and the chicks have been in the nest box. And then just about 2 days ago, we noticed that she was in the nest box laying an egg, so she started laying eggs again, which is great. And then Miss Cleopatra, who's over here, she has the pink hen saddle on since she was the rooster's favorite. You can see her chicks, they were all the way over here. So she has been letting them do their thing, and all the chicks have kind of been hanging out together, as you can see right there. And they have been, just about 2 or 3 nights ago, she started sleeping up in the roost again, and the chicks are all sleeping together in one of the nest boxes. So they're doing great. I have recently moved the water out here, and then I hung the food up, and we had a pallet here, but we had kind of too much going on, so I moved it out and hung it up to make it a little bit cleaner for the chickens. There's the one that I think is definitely a rooster. Let's see if I can get close. I don't know if you can see, but that comb is already huge, and he's going to find the mom. See if we can get a little bit closer without scaring them. They're kind of skittish because they are babies. No, he's running away. So that one is either going to be both of the ones that hatched. There was one Moran that hatched, and then there was there were 2 that were mixes that hatched. And of course, we don't know which one was the one that didn't make it. From the looks of them, I think it was probably the purebred Moran that didn't make it. So I think that we have 1 Leghorn Moran mix and 1 Dorking Moran mix. Of course, it's hard to tell because they all look so similar. Here we have Annie, who is the mom to 2 of the chicks. And they're there drinking water. The one that just fell in a little bit is not her chick. The bigger 2 are hers. And then next door we have the noisy ducks. Very noisy. We were just in here today and we hung that tarp kind of in the corner so they could have a little bit of shade. It's obviously a very expensive, fast solution just to give them a little bit more shade because it has been getting pretty hot. It was in the 80s here today. But the ducks have been doing great. They are definitely kind of skittish, all of them. I didn't think all of them would be kind of skittish. The ones that were injured before are fine. The one that had the gimpy leg, she's fine. She's the one there, kind of in the back. It's hard to tell. In the back closest to the fence. And you can see which one is definitely the male. The one we had originally thought was probably the male. He has a dark head here on the left. But yeah, they're just being ducks. So probably about another month, maybe a little bit longer, till we have our first duck eggs. In the next 2 months, I think all of the new ones should be laying, including the ducks. Hi! This is a gorgeous Walsimer here, which will hopefully lay us some darker colored eggs. Hi! You're a pretty girl. You're friendly. Yes, you are. And the chicks are all over there kind of foraging, and they're really funny because they can fit between the fence line. So they do. They go in the silky area, they go in the duck area, they like to hang out in there, and then they come back. You can see the two that the rooster's watching me. He sees what I'm doing, coming closer. Those two there with Cleopatra, the black cap Moran, and now all 4 of them because Annie has decided that she's done doing the mothering thing. But that one says, "Come back, Mom." That is the first one that hatched. We've named it Teriyaki. My husband did, and it kind of stuck, so we're gonna go with that for now. Kind of really pretty coloring, so we'll see. And as you can see, the Silkies are doing great. They are super friendly. Luckily, they've been being nice to Carol because she's shy and has gone through a lot. We can't tell which one's a rooster or a hen yet. We have been watching and reading and trying to figure it out, but so far nothing that's been definite. But hopefully we have at least 1 rooster in there and 1 hen because we definitely want to use them in the future. So we appreciate you following along, and we'll be back soon with more videos.